Okay, we ready now? Fuck them mans. Don't need that. Alright, so we got Chapter 42, Sean's Story, Treehouse Isekai. Here we go. Mary looked at the table in surprise. Whoa, what is all this? What's good, James? A little help? She swiveled her head back and forth, trying to decide what might be safe. I don't know what anything is called. Nothing has caused me any issues so far, but that stuff there is on the spicy side. That root, at least I think it's a root anyways, it's like a yam or maybe poi. Maybe the healer should check if you'd have any allergies to anything here. I was willing to risk it, but with a baby, that just seems like a bad idea. Any moment... Ow. Ow. Well, that's the first time I ever stabbed myself. Fucking ow. Usually I'm bumping my fucking elbows, not stabbing myself. Fuck. I went like this. Holy shit, I fucking get this in camera. And I was like, this is on my lap, and I went to move my hand across, and it was like, boom! And I just stabbed it, like, right into, like, the tender part, like, right here. And it's like, dug up the skin. I was like, ow. I'm retarded. You got a dagger attached. Yeah, look at that thing. I wasn't expecting it to be that hard. I was trying to move my hand up across and it just like stabbed in me. Like, it's not bleeding, right? No, it was just a bad spot. Just a tender spot. A deerkin woman came into the dining room, followed by a grumpy little boy looking adorable in his dress. Please forgive the tardiness, but Alexander refuses to admit that he looks perfectly fine as he is. Wanted to change his dress, get different earrings, and redo his makeup. My wife is jealous of my hair and nails because they grow so quickly. Yeah, most women are jealous of my nails because I can keep them nice and long like this. Except for these ones, because these ones are broken. They're like smashed in, so they bend in, so I always cut my index fingers. But all the other ones, you know, look at those beasts of my pinkies. Give it another month, though. See, I want her nails and hair so I can keep them shorter, easier. Tradesies! A deerkin woman came into the dining room, followed by a grumpy little boy looking adorable in his dress. Oh, we already read that. Get different earrings and redo his makeup. Sigh. It's almost impossible to get him to understand that looking perfect doesn't matter if you're late. Whispering. My sister was the same way growing up. What we eventually came up with was telling her that the event was 2 hours earlier than it was. Not saying it will work with your son, but it's an idea. The woman smiled and nodded at normal volume. Is it possible to check if my sister is allergic to any of the food? She's pregnant, and I don't want to risk her or my niece or nephew. Oh, certainly. May I? She asked Mary. What exactly do you need to do? She was timid. I just need to pass my mana through you while focusing on allergies. If you're allergic to anything I know of, I'll know the list. If you want me to check the baby, I can even tell if the gender if you want. Will it hurt at all? Also, don't tell me the gender. I want to be surprised. It doesn't hurt, sis. Feels slightly warm, soothing. I had to have my feet healed after a surprise ball. Queen Mother thought I just needed to be forced into it. Healer then forbade me to ever dance again. I almost proposed to her right then. You're such a guy. Why don't you get over the whole dancing thing anyway? You've got that backwards. Here, it's such a girl, chimed in Gabby. Dancing is stupid. Missa and I got dragged into it too. It's boys coming up to us. wanting to get a prince title by being with us. It was disgusting. Matt's way better than any of them. Matt squawked at that. Focus, sis. Allergies, remember? Huffs. Fine, please check for my allergies, and if the baby needs healing, or myself for that matter, please provide it if you can. Placing her hand on Mary, I could see her visibly stagger a bit. Goodness, why were you so stressed? That really harms the baby. It's okay now, but had you not sought my or another healer's assistance, I shudder to think how badly their mental functions could have been hindered. Death of a loved one will do that, let alone 3 in only a year. I'd rather her not be forced to talk about it. Father of her children was in some sort of accident. I don't know the details, but then I don't need to know them. Our parents died earlier this year, so that's a major mental strain on her. Alexander's heart must have been massive, because he came to comfort Mary. Seeing that she wore makeup, his eyes bulged. Whoa, your makeup is amazing. How do you change your hair color like that? I hate my stupid brown hair. Mary choked out a bark of a laugh. It's called hair dye. I wish I could take you shopping back home so you could choose your own color, lipstick too. Maybe someday. But for right now, I'd have to make a catalog for you to look through. I'd have to make a catalog for you to look through and ask for the colors you'd like. Maybe I could find some cute earrings too. Do you like posts or big loops? Really? You'd shop for boy stuff? Mary and I chuckled. Back home, that's girl stuff. Boys don't wear dresses or makeup. Maybe I can find you some cute outfits too. At your age, it'd still work fine. If you were older, I'd have to get you some fake breasts, or else the dress tops would look weird on you. Alexander's naivety about how our world worked drew Mary's attention away from the recent losses. Matt spoke up. In my dad's homeland, I'm the normal one. I wish I had been born there instead of where I was. Can you take me there, Dad? I shook my head. Not for a while, if ever. Maybe a few decades from now it will be illegal for me to take you sightseeing, but right now things are too dangerous to have any of my family aside from Kirena with sunglasses and a hat or Mary come to Earth. One of the new ones, what was her name? The one that looks like a hobbit. If you could convince her to wear shoes, she'd fit right in. Just say she had a pituitary gland issue, if anyone asks. And so it stunted her growth, Mary said with certainty. I always forget that's a thing. Guess with all of my wives, it's hard to keep them all straight. Glad she's working, or else she might have been upset. Hey, I just met them all yesterday. She was a little indignant. Alexander giggled. Her name is Miley, by the way. The dragonkin is Rana, I stated. See, even her name is more Earth-like. She'd fit right in. By the way, what's this world called? Or the other one? I don't think anyone ever told me. Huh? I know the other world is Tellus, but I never thought to ask what this world is called. Vanessa smiled. It's quite funny. You told us some of the legends from your Earth and how it was... In some mythologies, the spirit of the Earth is called Gaia. Well, that's nearly the name of our world. It's Guyana. Okay. That's sort of a spooky coincidence, especially when the Latin name for Earth is Terra, which is the Greek goddess of the earth, but her Roman counterpart is Tellus. And with Gaia being spirit of the earth, well, doesn't that seem too spot on for your world to be so closely named? Wow, Guyana? Huh? Then the other world is Tellus? Maybe they're actually all the same planet, but different evolutionary paths? Mary suggested. Then there's the fact that nearly every race I've encountered is a form of fantasy race from Earth. The ones that aren't are just beast folk that nobody ever mentioned, like Goosekin. I don't think I've ever read a story mentioning them, but they exist here. Really? Did you ruffle their feathers? Mary asked joyfully. Nodding my head. Yeah, he called me a slut, if I recall. Tried to slap me and ended up on his back. Nearly with my foot in his face, too. Dumbass got his status revoked. He's now just a commoner. Don't know how he's supporting himself. Gasp. Oh, I was only joking. Pfft. She broke out into uncontrollable giggles. I just pictured it. The look he must have had. Really, dear, do compose yourself. I'll admit, in hindsight, it is rather comical, but it was a serious incident. His poor mother forced to disown him because he's disgraced with James's behavior. and tried to get physical over it. With a mighty effort of will, Mary controlled her laughter for the most part. I'm sorry, I'll control myself, I think. One's best is all anyone can ask for, Vanessa smiled. It was funny. Would you perhaps be willing to stay at the manor? I'm certain the activity at James's treehouse right now is rather stressful. There are perfectly comfortable rooms available right here. I, for one, would feel more at ease knowing you were closer to a healer. Mary turned to look at me. It's your call, sis. You can always come and visit whenever you want. I suppose that's true. In that case, I shall gladly accept. James's wives are great and all, but I think some peace and quiet is just what the doctor ordered. I guess you'd say healer here. I most heartily agree. If your doctors are your version of healers and they would order peace and quiet, then I most certainly concur with that prescription. I shall ensure that your grieving will not harm your babies. Mary tilted her head. That's twice now you've said babies, as in plural. Healer nodded firmly. Triplets, my dear. So the more closely I can monitor them and you, the better I'll feel. Mary just looked dazed, blinking blankly. Think you might have broken her temporarily with that tidbit of knowledge, Healer. I chuckled good-naturedly. Congratulations on your babies, sis. Hey, she didn't say how to say, not to say how many there were. She only said not to say what the gender was. Just assumed there wouldn't be multiple. Of course there is! Life wouldn't be gorgeous without multiple children. And without a husband, dead father, 3 is, you know, all the more joyous. But yeah, good-natured, you know, getting to know people, like... I love the play on, I can't remember any of your wives' names, there's too many of them. Really good play on that. And then the magic, like everything to do with her. At least she's got an amazing brother who gets national support from 2 countries. True. Yeah, another wonderful chapter, Sean. So, Raymond, if you're still here, I need your opinion.
You're a fraud.
EJ Sean! Yo, yo!
700 septillion.
Thank you for following ij_Sean. I hope you are enjoying the stream. Less than 4 less than 3 plus 1.
Yo, I didn't know I wasn't following you. What? You still on for a bit? I've got a raid for you. Hell yeah, I'm on for a bit. We go for a long time. We go long time. Why, thank you, good sir. Good to see you, Sean. Oh, hey, Twin showed up. Haven't been on his stream for a while. There's always so many Seans all over the place. But yeah, welcome, welcome. Raymond, so I made thumbnails for my stories.